This video is sponsored by Noom.
Alrighty, well, hello sinners. How are you? If you've seen my channel before, then you would know that I am no stranger to making fun of straight people, especially and most importantly, straight men. But contrary to popular belief, because this is a criticism I get quite often, I don't hate straight men. What I actually despise is toxic masculinity. Now, everybody is affected by toxic masculinity in some way, but men are affected especially because they are held to such astronomically high standards on how to dress, act, talk, etc. And those standards can be pretty harmful. So I can't stand toxic masculinity. I don't think I've hidden that fact from you guys. But I also don't like the people who continue to perpetuate the behaviors fueled by toxic masculinity. And a lot of the time, those people happen to be straight men. But this brings me to the Twitter account we'll be looking at today called Hot Masculinity Takes. Their bio is actually, "Welcome to the alpha zone." Being the alpha female that I am, have been, and always will be, their bio makes me feel right at home. I've been following them for a few months, and the account posts screenshots, usually from Twitter, of men giving their outlandish takes on masculinity. For comparison's sake, think of Hot Masculinity Takes as r/are the straights okay's insufferable cousin. Sounds enticing, I know. So I picked out some gems for us to read, and by the end of this video, we will have exactly one brain cell between us. That is a guarantee. But why make fun of straight men if there isn't a little pain involved? Boom, wait, I just said boom. And come to think of it, you know what rhymes with boom? Noom, the sponsor of today's video. I think out of all of the ad segues I've ever done, this has to be the corniest, so I apologize in advance. But I'll be back in about 90 seconds, give or take, so feel free to stick around. Or don't. You have every right to click off, but consider the fact that I will miss you if you click off. Hi, I am in a different shirt. What are you gonna do about it? Well, what I'm gonna do about it is tell you about today's sponsor, Noom. If you've never heard of Noom, it is a consumer-led digital health platform. Noom uses a combination of human coaches, psychology, and science to empower their users to take control of their own health. Now, I've actually been using Noom for the past couple weeks, and let me tell you, it has made a huge impact on my day-to-day life. One thing I love about Noom is their recipes. Now, I'm not a bad cook by any means, but I'm not the most creative in the kitchen. Noom has a variety of breakfast, lunch, and dinner recipes, as well as healthy snacks. I have a bunch of their recipes saved under my favorites tab, and I'm so excited to try making all of them while staying on track with my goals. Another great part of Noom is their food, water, and exercise trackers. I especially enjoy the water tracker because I definitely do not drink enough water throughout the day. I am someone that will choose a cup or two of coffee over a glass of water. You know, despite popular belief, I am not a perfect person. Noom also offers a lot of support for their users. When you join Noom, you get assigned to a goal specialist who is trained in psychology, fitness, and nutrition. You can contact your goal specialist anytime through the Noom app, and they're available to answer any questions to help you stay on track. Creating a custom plan is quick and easy, and you can sign up from the comfort of your own home. If you're interested, please click the link in my description to take your free Noom evaluation. Thank you so much to Noom for supporting my channel. Now let's get back to your scheduled programming. Oh, welcome back. I'm so happy you're here. But after I start reading some of these posts, I don't think you'll be able to say the same. The first image we'll be looking at is actually in the pinned tweet of the Hot Masculinity Takes account. So if you go to their page, this is the first thing that you will see. The value of is going to spike. The coronavirus affects the corona of a male's penis. This will drastically increase the alpha male beta male divide. Women are going to start fighting for in order to become pregnant. If you look at the date, this was tweeted right before started to hit the fan. But at the height of the pandemic last year, do you think the top priority for women was finding the most valuable alpha? Millions of people lost their jobs, life as we knew it came to an end, and we were dealing with the deadly virus. I said this in my last rendition of Are Straight People Okay? But there are men who think so highly of their genitalia. There was that one guy who believed that God personally molded his penis, and now this guy thinks that women are gonna fight tooth and nail over some mediocre dick. I promise, if you're making stupid statements like this, no woman is gonna be fighting over your You're in the clear, don't even worry about it. Moving on. The next tweet that we have says, if she goes to bed while dirty utensils are still in the kitchen sink, think again. You deserve the best. Hashtag Masculinity Saturday. And then someone responded with, no lady with good qualities will see your place dirty and watch. Anytime she comes to your place, the first thing she will do is cleaning up. A clean and organized lady is one of the signs of good motherhood. Kick out, sluts! You deserve better. Hashtag Masculinity Saturday.
Scrub my spoons, harlot, or you shall perish!
Listen, I know there's that saying, Saturday is for the boys, but these men are taking it too far. This is something that former frat brothers who peaked in college would say. However, to address the first guy, his wife probably left a fork in the sink one night and then he went to cry in a corner and subtweet her. But if the dirty utensils in the sink bother you so much, I don't know, maybe try cleaning them? Some Dawn dish soap isn't gonna kill you. You've seen the commercials, they clean ducks with that. Your alpha man hands are gonna be just fine. Now to address the second tweet. If your partner comes over to help you clean, that's a very nice sentiment. I'm not gonna knock that. I've seen stories where one person in a relationship is in a depressive state, so their significant other comes over and helps them clean their room or something. I think that's very nice. But expecting your significant other to clean up after you every single time they visit, now that's problematic. Specifically, if you're a man dating a woman and you have this idea in your head that only women should be domestic, then your standards for women are rooted in misogyny. This isn't a sign of good motherhood like you'd want to think. It's a sign that you're taking advantage of your girlfriend by turning her into your maid. This next post is from one of those websites like Quora, where you can submit questions and its users will answer you directly. The original question was, is 5'8" short for a guy? And some dude under an anonymous profile gave this answer. Yes, it is. It's 2 effing inches below average. At this height, men will have difficulties getting a girlfriend. I'm 5'8" and I'd honestly rather be dead. Trust me, I would. I was supposed to be 6'5", but I just effing stopped growing for no reason at 13. Yeah, I was 5'8" at 13, and now I'm 20 at 5'8.9". That's not even an inch difference. I grew 0 inches from 13 to 20 when average white males grow 9 inches. I simply can't accept the fact that I'm going to be inferior and less attractive to women due to my effing height. I mean, effing seriously, women? I had no control over this effing shit. It just doesn't enter my brain. I thought all white men were going to be tall, but unfortunately, I was an exception. I'm shorter than every non-Asian. I'm gonna be honest, this post does give off incel vibes. I'm just calling it like I see it. It's one thing to be insecure. I don't think any one of us could say that we love every single part of our body 100% of the time. But to state that you want to die because you're a little bit shorter than the average male is extreme, and if you genuinely feel this way, you need to go talk to a professional, and I'm not being sarcastic here. However, on the other hand, your insecurities don't give you a pass to be racist and misogynistic. This guy probably believes that his height is the reason why women don't like him, when in reality, believe it or not, it could be because he does not seem like a nice person. Anyway, our next tweet comes from Dr. Crimson Chin himself. Signs your T is high without doing BS blood work. No clue where your birth certificate/social security card is. Exit signs or entrances. Prefer to be rooted against than rooted for in sport. All business meetings in hoodies/joggers. Fixed salary makes you sick. Misplaced wallet/keys 2 times a day. From what I've gathered here, real men are irresponsible with important documents, willing to break the law because of manhood or whatever, have a persecution complex, have never heard of business attire, dislike financial stability, and they're forgetful. But not remembering things is a sign of low T, no? Like having no sense of direction and forgetting places, routes you have been to before. You're conflating mindfulness with disorganization. Organized men are domesticated and feminized. But the thing is, the second person wasn't even talking about organization. They were just talking about remembering things. So if you're a man and you organize your room, your office, your desk, whatever else, I got some news for you, buddy. All I'm saying is that my gaydar immediately goes off when I see a guy carrying his birth certificate. There was a time when men would spit in their hand and shake to make a deal. Today we've got double-masked goobers walking around giving elbow bumps because they're scared of germs. This should answer a lot of your questions about why the world is the way it is today. If you were a real man, you'd spit in your homie's mouth. Hey Ian, maybe consider the fact that we're in a parallelogram right now, and exchanging spit might not be the smartest idea. And also, it just seems gross. Like, COVID or not, why would you want to do that? Luckily, one of his equally douchey followers replied with, "Don't confuse these men with actual men. These men drink Starbucks with their pinkies out and call someone when they have a flat tire." What an oddly specific way to degrade other men. But let's say you have a flat tire on the highway or something. Wouldn't it be smart to call someone like AARP to help you? These people get so pressed over the most mundane things possible. You know, I wish my problems were small enough where I can get mad at people for drinking Starbucks. Harry crouching behind his wife while grabbing onto her shoulder is the perfect representative of the modern beta male. The man has just been absolutely neutered. What, is Harry a dog now? A sad display. The media loves it. Yes, the downfall of manhood is all due to Harry taking a picture with his wife. I'm convinced that if you call other men betas unironically in 2021, you're just projecting your own self-hatred. Anytime Harry and Meghan have the nerve to breathe or something, conservative media is ready to jump down their throat. I'm assuming it's because the two of them called out the racism that Meghan faced in her interactions with the royal family, and we all know how most conservatives love to act like racism doesn't exist. But if Matt Walsh of all people is rallying against you, then you're probably doing something right. The day that Matt Walsh has a good take on something is also the day when hell freezes over. Moving on from the poster child of toxic masculinity, have you ever wondered if you're a Sigma male? Well, Anthony Spade will tell you. Signs you're a high-value Sigma male with genius-level intelligence. Yeah, this is definitely the dude I want to talk to about genius-level intelligence. Also, this thumbnail is giving me agita like never before. The next tweet I have is a spicy one because it comes from a woman named Lori Alexander, aka the transformed wife. She's a very controversial figure in the religious world, and a lot of her tweets and blog posts all reek of internalized misogyny, despite the fact that she is also a woman. And I'm going to be making a video about her sometime in the next few weeks, so keep your eye out for that. Bite your tongue whenever you want to say a critical thing to your husband. Make it bloody if you have to. It's not your job to criticize and correct your husband. Leave it to the Lord to do this. Your job is to love, serve, support, submit to, and help him. That's gonna hurt, Lori. I'm gonna have to tap out on this one. I'm sorry. I think the gist of this tweet is to never communicate with your husband because he's a man. Why would you think that a man could ever do wrong? Instead, let all of your frustration build up in a God-honoring way because that's what godly women do. Hide their feelings for Jesus. If you're married to someone who refuses to take criticism in order to make the relationship better, then you shouldn't be married to them. The worst part about the transformed wife, in my opinion, is how she teaches women that their value lies in how much they submit to their husbands. This is something that a lot of misogynistic religious men teach, but it seems even worse coming from another woman. I always get so infuriated whenever I see one of her posts because she spits such vitriol and hatred towards secular women, and even some religious women. But at the same time, I do feel really bad for her because it's clear that she's a victim of her own environment, and she's been brainwashed to think that these views are okay. But we barely scratched the surface with Lori Alexander. There's a lot more to her that I will be covering in my future videos, so let me know down below if you're looking forward to that. Don't look at the menu anywhere. Very important. Everyone has a rendition of red meat, and waitress will tell you the good and remember you in the future. Menu reading is for chicks and scrubs. If you disagree, I got bad news for you, bro. Hey fellas, is it gay to read the menu? I mean, I thought ordering appetizers and desserts was pushing it, but even glancing at the menu is fruity now. You can order your red meat without being homophobic and misogynistic. It is possible, despite popular belief. Testicle breathing. Breathe deeply into your balls, imaging your testicles expanding like lungs. When you exhale, imagine your testicles deflating like your lungs would. Most men never breathe into their balls consciously. This simple practice can be used to stimulate your #sex energy and begin to rotate it around the microcosmic orbit. The vibes of this guy make me uneasy, and it's not just because of the testicle breathing. If you look into his eyes, you can tell that he's seen something that the rest of humanity cannot comprehend. But do testicles actually work like that? Is there a secret vein from the lungs to the balls that doctors haven't discovered yet? I'm not a testicle aficionado, but I don't think that's how that works. So this next post is actually from a website that I've never featured in one of these kind of videos, but I'm about to read a review from Pornhub. Now, I never knew that Pornhub had a comment section, but you learn something new every day. This user was apparently not satisfied with the corn video he watched, so let's see why that is. Seriously, after 20 minutes of getting to choke this gorgeous girl with this 2 little poots of cum is all he can manage? Pathetic. I registered an account just so I could leave this comment in hopes he sees it one day. Fronting like you're some alpha male while Elizabeth is performing her heart out, and what do you give her? 2 tiddly winks of cum. I've never felt so personally offended by corn before. You're a real a-hole, pal. I like how this guy not only critiqued the actual sex, but also the performance. However, I wish this comment specified how much a tiddlywink of cum is. Is it like a teaspoon? A handful? A bottle cap size, even? However much a tiddlywink of cum is, it was clearly not enough for Depuis here. I hope the guy in the corn video saw this comment, reflected, and released at least 3 tiddlywinks of cum in the next video. So last but not least, the final post we'll be looking at makes me super uncomfortable. I'm not even gonna dance around that fact. But I'm ending this video with a take on the vaccine, so you can only imagine how unhinged it's about to be. I would love it if the vaccine shrank everyone that took it to be the size of rats and the unvaccinated started to treat them like bugs. Think about the power you'd have towering over those weird subhuman reminders of your superiority. I would take my very fertile and extremely unvaccinated wife out into their little reservations, and we can make sweet love conceiving our titan children while crushing their tiny towns. I've thought about this a lot, and man, if I ever had the chance to rule over a tiny group of... I'm not reading that. They would obey or learn to live in fear. Some of you unvaccinated folks have superiority complexes that you need to work through. This is the reboot of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids that nobody asked for. The vaccine is beyond political at this point. I mean, you're making fan fiction about dictating vaccinated people. Well, now that we've looked into hot masculinity takes for a bit, I need to go lie down and think about what I've done. If you would like a part 2 to hot masculinity takes, let me know down below. Make sure to follow me on all my social media, and if you want to see me talk about something specific in the future, I have a Google form linked in the description where you can submit your video ideas. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked today's video, make sure to give it a microscopic thumbs up and subscribe down below. Thank you so much to Noom for sponsoring today's video. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time with a brand new video. Bye!